So I'm buying a piece of investment real estate today, and I want to take you along for the ride because I have not even seen the property yet. What I've learned is my team, in order for you to buy real estate sight unseen, you gotta have a good team. So today what we're gonna do is go look at the property before we fund it. We're gonna go walk through it to make sure that it's what it appeared to be in the pictures. And then we'll go get the money from the bank and close this property. And then we'll go back to the office and we'll go over all the numbers so you see exactly how we do it. What are the expenses? What do we pay for it? What are we forecasting to sell it for? So I'm doing these videos so you can get out there and do your own fix and flip piece of real estate. Buy a property, fix it up and sell it. I want you to be able to do it. All right, let's go. Okay, class, it's Kris Haskins with therealestateroundup.com. My mission and ministry is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. Thank you for my beautiful daughter for working with me today. Thank you. So we got this piece of real estate from a wholesaler. It's ironic how I met him. I was visiting one of my other flips and I saw a sign in the corner there, investors selling fixed up property or investor special property. And I was deploying this strategy that I learned to just say yes to whatever is in front of you in the universe. You see, a lot of times people say, nah, I won't even call. I'm not even going to, I don't. You know what? When I saw the sign, I said, you know what if I call this sign and the guy, whoever it is, has a house that I can buy? I just wanted to, I was exercising a muscle just to say yes to everything that day. So I said yes to calling the sign. The guy told me to come meet him. I said yes, I went to meet him. He said sign this piece of paper. I said yes, I signed the paper. And I'll show you some of the, it was so weird because I recorded our meeting. It was so unusual. He invited me to his office, which was like 15 miles away. I went to the guy's office. And he told me he had just relocated here from Arizona and he was doing deals. He said he does 15 deals a month. And I'm like, okay, if he does 15 deals a month, I just need to buy one a month. I'm good. Just give me one. So I met him. You saw the footage there. I recorded. I'm like, so it turned out to be a good thing. So this property here is in Virginia Beach. It needs a standard rehab, but let's walk through it to verify how much it's going to need. But I need you to understand this is not rocket science. So with all the fake gurus out here, I'm so sick of people going to jail and getting indicted and stealing money. I want to pull back the layers so I can be 100% transparent for you. Yes, I got my flaws. I'm not doing millions of dollars in transactions a month. We do okay. But you don't have to put on an air that to be something that you're not to make it in this game, all right? So let's go look at this house. Okay, so this house is off of a 4-lane highway, which I never want you to buy a house off of 4 lanes. But we're turning onto the street here, so let's see what it looks like as we turn. Oh man, that feels really good. Now, quiet, not a lot of traffic. We see pride of ownership. The roofs of the houses are looking beautiful. The yards are landscaped. I don't see any cars on blocks. We got a playground over here. Here's a little park. Man, this has got some real arrows up here. The roofs are looking good. No cars being worked on in the neighborhood. And Virginia Beach, for some reason, people love this city. Want to be. Now, I don't know too much about this. Morgan, what is that thing right there called?
Oh.
I think from Halloween. Is that Jack? Why they got that up in the middle of July? They get ready for Halloween early, I guess. So
people buy those things and don't know where to put it. I've seen like a handful of houses with those things out.
They just leave them up all the time?
Mm-hmm. Don't got nowhere to put it.
Got to be joking. Wow. Well, okay, here we go. That's our house right there. Number 3732. We're here, y'all. We're here. You know what, Taylor? Just keep it rolling. All right. Okay, so we're here. You hanging out? Come on, you go. Yep. So this is the wholesaler we got the property from. How you say your name again?
Crew.
That's an interesting name.
We'll get it nailed down at some point.
You said something. Where that came from?
Danny Ainge's son. So he's the owner of the Celtics. He played for the Celtics for a while. My dad's like, I like that.
You're the guy. All right. So Taylor, what do we see here?
See, the roof looks a little ashy.
This roof used to be all white. So this is 3-tab shingles. You can see the line straight down. What we're going to do is give them something called architectural shingles over there, okay? Today's homeowner that's spending $400,000 wants architectural shingles. Well, they might not even know. Do they know the difference?
I feel like they do.
Once you get above 253, 350, they're going to want to have, and I can't stand it when builders put those, they build those new houses and they build a,
Just trying to build them cheap. Yeah.
it's only a few dollars. All right, windows look good. What about that garage door? We're going to have to redo that, Taylor? The garage door itself looks good, but it just needs to be reinstalled. So all this,
I think it came off the track.
probably did, it just came off the track. So this stuff will have to be repainted, new landscaping. I'm happy with all the siding, looks good. I'm gonna take this inside, is it okay? Just in case we got somebody snooping around. Brick looks good. So we got flooring. Give them a nice pan. So this is like a living room. Look at this. And it looks like they got keyed locks here that's telling me something's going on. Wow, look at this kitchen. Unbelievable. Give them a pan from over there, Taylor. And then we'll get a pan from the other side. Beautiful granite, beautiful countertops. Unreal, the condition of this stuff. I'm presuming that somebody was living here. What was the story on this one?
I think it was an old assisted living rental.
Rental property?
Looking at the plans, I think they're in each bedroom. There's one in the living room too.
We got plans, floor plans here. This looks really cool.
Right there.
Huh? Okay, yeah, okay, so they had assisted living facility. So when you do those assisted livings, you gotta have some type of escape plan or exit plan just in case there's a fire. So this must be some type of like bonus room in the back. As I look around, I think we're gonna probably open up, show them that right there, we're probably gonna open up that wall to make a bar right there. It needs to be opened up just a little bit. Got a sunroom here, beautiful sunroom. Looks gorgeous. And this is a nice cement here on the ground. Really not mad at it at all. So we got a backyard, fenced in, both sides, private backyard. No neighbors in the back. Sometimes my parents, they don't like to have they won't buy a house if someone lives behind them. That's just what they do. So some people want open space in the back, so that's an arrow up for a buyer that wants that too. You can see these shingles used to be white, now they're black over there. Over time they just start to get molded and jet engine fuel and all that stuff. So we got a sunroom here. We're gonna keep all that. I'm loving it. Anything you see in Taylor? I really, really like it.
What do you like about this window? Leave it here?
Yeah, we just leave that. I don't want to change the structure if I can. So this all new flooring is gonna have to be done. Let's just pause and check our audio. So we got a garage here, 1-car garage. Oh, we got our washroom, new wash and dryer. We would probably get rid of these. Look, clean in there. Hot water heater looks good. We usually get new appliances from houses. I know that's where I got my appliances from my house, from renovations. But my wife hates the fact that I bring this stuff home. Okay, kitchen. That's that wall there. We'll probably take that out. What do you think, Taylor? Take that wall out? This granite, I hate to rip it out, but damn, this is some nice cabinets. Very nice cabinets. So all this new flooring, we'll probably put in luxury vinyl plank. This is, okay, this is our communal bathroom. It looks like they already glazed this tub, so we might have to rip this out. It's already been glazed one time.
Oh, you can't do it multiple times?
You can, but see how they painted it? See how, oh, they didn't do a good job here. See, this is, I don't like that. Granite looks beautiful. That's some free toilet paper. Okay, so this bathroom will have to be redid. Oh yeah, notice that. So you gotta walk in, cut the light on behind the door. Don't do that. Okay, this door has to be changed around, so that's nasty. This is a bedroom here. I feel like the hot air is on or something. You got the air blowing? Crew? Oh, is that the other bath? That's our other bath. That's the primary bedroom. Here, go over there in the corner. So you can see how they took the door out. The door used to be right here. Now they made a bath. They made a sink, vanity, and another powder area here, which I like it. And then they put the shower in here. Now, this has been raised up. This is probably an addition. You see how this floor, the shower floor has been raised? This probably runs somewhere that we don't want to open up. I don't know how they did it, but this, Crew, what do you think they did in here, brother? Why is that shower so high, you think?
That just an insert?
No way, it's built.
You think?
Look how high it is. It's about 3 inches up. You know, it's not level.
We put inserts in these things. I thought these were just like put them in. Or this is for
this tile.
No, this is. I don't feel like tile.
Put your finger. Put your finger right there. That's grout.
Sounds hollow.
You think it's nothing back there?
I think it's an insert.
How would they get it through the door?
You could probably fit it in here.
We've never been able to. We only get them in new construction.
Yeah.
See? That grout.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this has been grouted too. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. This is definitely some tile. See, the tile's been cracking here. And this here has been... I'm just talking about that drain line. Why do you think it's so high in the air?
I don't know. That's
Not sure? Yeah. Anyway, we'll deal with it.
Yeah, no.
Thank you, my brother. Watch your hand on that thing. It's real funky. All right, so new flooring here, new bathroom. We got a walk-in closet. Can you cut the fan off? Seems like the air handler is just blowing hot air right now.
Yeah, I think it's set on 87 right now.
Oh.
87, okay. So then you got just 4 rooms. I like the closet space too. Pretty big. I don't see much to be done. These ceilings, you can tell there's a room in house too because you got key locks on every one of the doors. Sometimes it's against city code, but we ain't gonna be doing it. Oh darn. Look at this. It's a real thermostat. I don't even know how to cut that off. How would you cut that off?
There's another one that's over here too, on the other side of it. I think it's on that wall.
Damn, look at that.
There's an electric one over here too.
Oh, this cut it off. Just cut it off, man. It's blowing hot air. Okay, so those are just, I don't know, what are they? These are just, we'll have to delete those. Anything we missed, Taylor? Okay, so what we'll do is, let's go to the bank, get the money, and then we'll go to the office and go over these numbers for you. Let's do it. So we're here at the title company getting ready to buy a house. We got the cashier's check right here for $300,000. Let's drop it off, and I just want to show you how easy it is when you're not necessarily using bank financing, okay? Good morning.
How are you?
I'm blessed. How you doing? I'm just here to drop off a check for a closing. Is that okay? When I remember growing up,
The property address.
3732 Kings Point.
Kings Point Road.
Yes, ma'am. I remember starting out, I thought the only way to buy a house was using a bank financing. We in there? And when I learned that you don't have to use a bank, but you can use private people and several other ways to buy real estate, my life really got easier. So I'm just want to encourage you, you don't have to use a bank every time necessarily to buy a piece of real estate, but you can use other means of financing. Do we just drop off or do we, okay, cool.
Yeah, Lindsay told me
Bam. Other ways to buy houses, y'all. Remember that. Okay. Okay, that was an extremely nice house. I am not looking forward to ripping out that kitchen. My stomach really cringes when I think about busting out that granite and ripping out those cabinets. I'm really going to try to use those cabinets at one of my rental properties. I've never repurposed cabinets before, but these are in such good condition. I hate to throw them away. So stay tuned to the channel. We'll see how we can repurpose those. And as we get into the numbers here, I hope you guys understand my commitment to helping you with your real estate investing business. It is right around midnight tonight and my whole house is asleep. Everybody's quiet. Air conditioners on, and I am downstairs in my office working just for you. This is how important I feel getting this information out to my community is. You see, I am sick and tired of traveling the world and seeing people that look like me on the bottom. We are doing our best to change that, and I need your help by sharing this information with your friends, family, relatives, everybody that you can get this to so we can produce assets, y'all. Are you a landlord that's not getting your monthly rent on time each and every month consistently? Or maybe you got a tenant that you just need to get out of one of your properties because they're driving.
Real. Are you a landlord getting trained by your tenants? Because if you are, then you need to come to our mastermind so that you can learn how to train your tenants instead of your tenants training you. Tell them, Kris, how.
That is true. So listen, there's a link somewhere below above showing you how to actually get the best tenant that you can in your property that's going to pay you and take care of the property too. So Dan and I are doing a training called the Ultimate Landlord Survival Guide. We want to help you. We want to point to you the 50 years of experience that we have putting tenants in our properties, and you can do the same.
Just tell them the link below.
The link is right below. Get signed up. We're going to call you, both of us.
Stop getting trained by your tenants.
And you train them.
There you go.
Work together. All right, this is the property flip. The ARV, the after repair value, that's what we can sell it for. You cannot make an offer on any piece of property until you know what you can sell it for. We're thinking it's going to be about $435,000. It's a 4-bedroom. 4-bedrooms are in high demand because people that have 3 or 4 kids they can't necessarily afford a 5-bedroom and they don't want to live in a 3-bedroom. So we're right in the sweet spot. Plus it has a garage for storage for mom and pa. The renovation on this one is roughly $45,000, estimated a little high. All we got to do is rip out that kitchen. We got two bathrooms. Don't have to move any walls. We got to do the roof. We have to do the roof. The central heating and air is good. So then we got to do flooring and paint it all around. Not going to be much of a heavy lift on this one. So 45K should handle that. Hopefully, you never know. And the good thing about this one is it is on something we call a slab. So in the Hampton Roads area of Virginia, we have crawls and we have slabs. So the slab is poured cement, so we know there's nothing going on under the property because it's cement down there. And when it's a crawl, you have wood floor and you got a space in between the ground and the floor. I live in a house, we built it on a crawl. It's a 3-foot crawl space. So when you have crawls, when a house is built on a crawl foundation, you have the ability to, you fall into more issues with termite damages under the property with the rotten wood and floors falling in. We have none of that on this one, thank goodness. Hopefully the walls are good. Here's where you gotta pay close attention, y'all. Holding and closing costs. This is where most investors get killed, okay? Now, usually holding and closing costs add up to about 10% of the ARV. What is that going to add up? What does it all include? I'm glad you asked. 3% realtor fees. That's right, I said realtor. It's not realtor. My daughter comes up to me yesterday. She goes, Dad, what are you a realtor? I'm like, good God. I'm like, baby girl, you have heard me say 100 times. Is this just a word? We got to eradicate realtor. It's not a word. Realtor. Say it with me. Realtor. I like the way that sounds. Okay. Interest on the money that we borrowed to do this deal. Luckily, I have a lot of cash in on this one, and I used private money. Private money, ordinary people that fund our real estate deals. And if you are somebody that has capital that wants to get working in some of our deals, just send us, I put my email address in the video description. Send us an email. I'd like to talk to you, see what we can offer you. Interest on the money, right? That's gonna be $5,000. Taxes, every day we hold a property, we have to pay local real estate taxes. Now, I think this taxes on this one was about $3,000 a year. So that's divided, 3,000 divided by 365. So every day we have to pay taxes. Insurance, every day we hold it, we gotta make sure that if this thing gets struck by lightning and burns down to the ground, that we're going to be covered. So insurance, we have to pay every day we own it. Maintenance, who's going to cut the grass, who's going to keep it clean, who's going to come over there and make sure that the doors are locked and people aren't putting trash in it once we have it fixed up. These things add up quickly. Utilities, who's going to pay the water, sewer, electric, gas, all that stuff. We have to absorb all those expenses. And finally, home inspection report. Home inspection. This is where most investors, they just don't even add it into their budget. You see, when you do a fix and flip property, when you go to sell it, the buyer, you've heard me say this a million times, the buyer is going to pay $400 to $500 and hire a home inspector to crawl through the attic, check all the windows, do all the light fixtures, all the plumbing, and for that $500, you better believe they're going to find something for me to fix. So those home inspectors are going to give the buyer a checklist of things that they would like to get done, and I can decide whether to fix them or not. And it usually roughly averages between $1,000 and $3,000. Average. Now I've had them to be $5,000, and I've had them to be $0. So somewhere in this sweet spot there. You're just going to have to fix this stuff. And some people say, well, I don't want to do those repairs. Well, if you don't do the repairs, you could lose the buyer. And I've lost buyers from not doing home repairs. I remember one time it was a property on a crawl. Remember I told you that in Hampton Roads, some houses are built on a crawl space. And the buyer wanted me to insulate all under the property. And what I found out was insulation under the property, under all that wood under the floor, the subfloor, is not a city code requirement. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing it. It's going to cost me $2,000 to do that. I'm just like, I'm not doing it. Lost the buyer. Lost them. They wanted me to do it. So all this usually adds up to about 10%. That's for me, $43K. And I'm going to show you how we cut some of that expense back. But plus, there's another thing. Buyer closing costs. Sometimes when your buyer comes to buy your property, you have to contribute to them because it usually costs about 3% for a buyer to close on a piece of real estate. That's right. If you're new to real estate, transaction fees are going to kill you. You just have no idea. You get recording fees, transfer taxes, closing costs. You get real attorney fees, deed prep, doc prep, points, origination. All this stuff adds up to about 3% of your ARV. So sometimes the buyer asks the seller to contribute to the closing costs for them to be able to buy your house. And some people say, I ain't doing that. I ain't gonna pay nobody to buy my house. Well, once again, do you want to sell your house? If you want to get out of these things, remember, the name of this game is volume, getting in and out quickly and on to the next one. So buyer closing costs, usually about 3% is what they ask for. That we can negotiate that down 1%, 2%, but you just have to kind of keep that in mind when you're doing these flips. You might have to absorb some of the buyer's closing costs. So we purchased this one. We're going to be purchasing it for $312,000. So our profit, once we take $435,000, what we're selling it for, we back out $43K, we back out $45K, and then we back out let me rewind. What we're selling it for, our holding closing costs, $43,000, our renovation, $45,000, and our purchase price, $312,000. And that adds up to, Aaron, give me a drum roll, my brother. Roughly plus or minus $35,000. Now this is a tight deal. This one, I'm not necessarily proud to say that it's this tight. I would rather have a little bit more cushion in this one, but we want to get a base hit or two base hit, a double, and keep on moving to the next property. The reason we like this one is the location. Market times over here are 1 week. And another thing is, there's not a lot of heavy lifting regarding a bunch of debris. The house is completely empty. Not a lot of moving walls. We rip out, put new in. So it's kind of like a cookie cutter renovation. Now, I'm going to show you how we save a little bit of money on these deals. Okay, so we use something called a flat fee broker. That's where we pay a broker to list our properties right now. You see, what a lot of people might not tell you is all the heavy lifting and selling a piece of real estate is done by the internet. Buyers go on and they creep through and they see what they want to go look at, and then they call their realtor to go out and look at the property. So what we do is we just go ahead and say, look, realtor, will you just list our property on the MLS, on the multiple listing service? We'll pay you right now. Let's just say it's going to be $1,000. So we cut this realtor fee in half, and we usually only pay about 3% to the buyer agent. Now we always have to pay the real estate agent that brings the buyer. I can't cut that 3% out. Well, I could try to, but we want to pay these people for bringing a buyer. So I always have to pay the 3% to the buyer's agent. Now the seller agent, that's us. We are paying a flat fee. Say that a few times. So let's say we do have to pay the 3%. That's 3, 6, 9. Let's say that's 10 grand, and then we're going to pay our team and staff a couple thousand. So let's say we got 15,000 in realtor fees, as opposed to 21,000. 6% of 435 is 6, 12, 18. Let's say roughly 20 grand. So we're going to cut. Let's say we're going to cut 5,000 to 6,000 off of that, and we're going to end up only paying. We're paying. We still got to pay 3%. That's 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's say we got 13,000 in realtor and 13,000 that we're saving from only paying the buyer's agent and our staff. So instead of paying 6%, let's say we pay. Instead of paying 6%, which is roughly 20 grand, let's say we pay $13,000 in realtor fees. So we're saving. So we're going to add on. We're going to pay 13 grand. So we're adding on to this deal here, right? As opposed to making 35, we're going to add about, what's that? 7 grand, which we would have paid 20 for 6%, but we're only going to pay, let's say we pay 13. So we're going to back out. We're going to add in 7,000 here. So that takes us up to what? 42K plus or minus. I hope you get that. Now this is a little bit complicated, but this is how you're gonna have to put some brain power into making this thing work. So the 3% buyer, remember, you always have to pay the buyer. I wanna make sure you understand that. That's non-negotiable. That's gonna be 10 grand, boom, off the top. And then our staff, let's say we got another 3 grand after we pay the realtor, the flat fee, and then of our team to negotiate the contract, because I'm not dealing with brokers and dealing with buyers and the greedy and picky buyers. Do you not know how hard it is to deal with a picky buyer? It is extremely, my hat is off to any realtor or person on staff that have to deal with a picky buyer. They can make your life hell. And I don't want to deal with that. So we got 42K profit on this one. A little slim, y'all. All right. Now, if you think that's a lot of money, don't forget, this is going to be 6 months of work for us, 5 to 6 months. So there's only, 6 divided by 4, that's only $5,000 a month, right? $5,000 a month. That's not a lot of money. It's not much. What is it? $6,000 a month when you spread it out. So the name of the game, y'all, to flipping real estate and flipping houses, volume. We said that a minute ago. Make sure, I need you to, please, before you finish this video, I need you to share this. We have to hit that share button so we can get the word out to our community that real estate is not rocket science. If I can do this, I promise you can get out there and do it. All you gotta do is, number one, get educated and have the right team. This is a team sport. You cannot do real estate unless you have a team. Round up, I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Peace.